involved side. We're going to have her actively go through it, and then we would passively push her through. We're looking for 2 pieces of information with a passive screen on the other side for this. What are they? End-feel and an approximate range, maybe an estimate.
With the joint above, would you have her bend forward at her trunk? Just can you bend forward?
If I hadn't already figured it out.
Okay.
Like if she's come in and she's walked around, I watched her, you know, get in and get up from a chair, watch her take off her coat, hang it up on the thing, I know what her trunk's doing.
Okay.
I'm not even going to formalize that, but I'm watching.
Okay.
But if she come in and she's actually stiff, and she
she
moves like a barrel,
sits
and
like
she does,
this,
yes,
and she stands up.
then I would formalize that. I would have her sit up and actually do some stuff here, do some rotations and extensions and things like that, so yeah. But otherwise, I don't have to formalize everything if I'm just watching her functional movement, if it's fluid and everything. Okay? So we did all that over there. So now we're coming over onto this side, right? So there's the one consideration that we have here that's new to us is I've now got to take care of her pelvis, make sure that it doesn't go anywhere that I don't want it to go. I don't want it moving at all because the joint's here. And she can get a lot more motion if I do this and go a lot further. See that? She's got her butts up off the table, and it's not on YouTube.
It will be after tonight. The recording.
I hate recording devices.
I stopped recording it when we were talking about the test position for extension.
The other thing I'm going to want to do is my goniometer needs to be close, and I'm measuring the end position right up here, right? And that's not straight out like this. So a lot of people will lay their goni down like this, and then they'll have to try and control all this, which is hard too. If I know it's going to be up there, why don't I just start there? So I have one less thing to try and control, correct? So I'm coming up here. I'm going to use my thumb. I can use this, but it gets in the way. I can use my finger if I want to, but I'm finding ASIS right here. I can either put my thumb on top or just slightly superior to it. Because when I come up like this, her hamstrings, when they're pulled tight, they pull her pelvis this way. They pull her into a posterior tilt, right? So that ASIS is going to move this way. So I just want to have my thumb on it so I know when that happens, and that's when I stop, because that's exhausting all the hip motion, and now I'm stealing it from pelvis and lumbar spine. So that's where we stop. So I come up like this. My thumb is right there. I'm not paying attention to the soft tissue stuff that's moving around. See there? See what my thumb does right there? That's it. There's my measure. All right, so we took her further before, but it came from other places. My landmarks, I'm going to have my stationary arm parallel to the supporting surface or through her mid-axillary line. All right, I'm going to have the axis of rotation on her greater trochanter, which I'm going to have to find up here because it migrates from where it was when she was lying flat, and then line up with the lateral femoral epicondyle. So those are my landmarks. Okay, so there's what that looks like there. There's what that looks like there. And that's less than 90 degrees, right? Or is it?
Well, it depends on what you're going off of.
What do you mean what I'm going off of?
It's more than 90.
It's more than 90 degrees. Her
Well,
hip,
it's
right?
less than 90 there.
Is that what I'm measuring?
No.
Your recording device is still off, right?
Of course.
Okay, all right. So there it is right there. So what I read is 115 degrees. Does that look like 115? It did to me, okay? So how would I document that? One person. Raise your hand, tell me.
I'm just breathing.
This is good.
Passive range of motion to the flexion of the right hip, 0 to 115 degrees with what type of infill was it?
Oh, yeah, what kind of infill was that? I didn't say
It should
that.
have been
Firm.
soft or firm.
Okay, here's my question. If I don't do a functional measure, if I did a functional one,
That's soft.
okay, well, where did I stop?
At the bottom.
'Cause that's, I don't feel a soft, that's not soft, what is that?
That would be firm.
That's a firm infill, okay? So functionally, if we bring it all the way up, which is where the infill was
That's where you're getting
calculated in the
soft
book,
tissue.
that's the soft tissue approximation. But this was a firm infill. I'll document that, and I'll know that that's a normal infill. So that's a little different than what the book says, right? Because typically what it'll say is soft/firm, right? Now, if she had a lot of mass here, and her thighs had a lot of mass here, and I pushed her up, and those masses met here, but I could still go before her pelvis moved, I would get a soft infill. So it can be either. It just depends on what really is stopping it. You know, what I feel at the end. Okay?